The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Emanuel in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Detroit, set. Blue, landing.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up! I rock it!
Rivers now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, orange.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second down, Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
And Rivers saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hurry up! Load it! Load it! Wait! Behind!
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The punter, Kaiser, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first carry for LeSean McCoy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. They'll air this one toward Coleman. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Chargers getting set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
Here we go.
Rivers now from the 50. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
380. Ready.
Rivers on first down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 90.
On second down, here's Allen. And going over the middle here to Curley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Let's go!
First down, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bills on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Allen from the gun on third down. He'll let it go deep for Curley. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Cluster. Buffalo wall.
To throw on second down. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. all receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Leopard! Leopard!
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
And here's Allen looking to throw on second down. Curley's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
From the gun on third down. Allen, the Charger D, making things difficult, and it's fourth down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Now, after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. So out come the Chargers. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Rivers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Red Delta! Cluster, cluster, cluster! Red Delta! 0!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. On the return, here's White. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Now Allen throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And an alley to run. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Detroit. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Now Austin Eckler on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's Jaleel Addae who brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Leopard!
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Leopard! Detroit! Black 99 Philly,
right, here we go.
319! Hot!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And some space here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Detroit! Over! All right, now, Lucky 56! Leopard!
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Check! 4 down!
No, check! Patriot!
Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Clay, the intended receiver.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, Uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Hurry up. Set. We're okay. We're okay. 85.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Hey, go orange. Orange.
Who got 10?
Hey, Rocket.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Rivers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down, Rivers. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Set. 380. Hey, go orange 5-4. Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, Rocket. Let's go.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And caught by Curley. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Green, 39!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Red! Red! Eddie Hunt! Eddie Hunt!
They run again with Jackson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
get him.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action now. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Trent Murphy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
We got three, fellas.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Shifts by him.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready?
Rivers now on 2nd down. Open man is Cantrell. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On third down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Two big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move. Rivers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Behind.
Off the play fake here. Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hurry up! Red, red, red.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now White on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And down he'll go at the 25. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Bills on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, Nat.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And able to find Curley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 57 the mic. 57 the mic. Here we go.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Curley's got it, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
4 down. Check. Here we go. Motion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gun! Let's go! Blue 90! Detroit! Blue 90!
52.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And they will take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.